Hi, Professor. It is good to see you again.
Spock, great to see you again as well. How can I help you today? Are you interested in the elemental reasons for the category differences in products and services?
I understand the category scheme, but do they really require differing management practice? Surely the search for best management practice focuses on universals rather than specifics?
Well, I wish as a professor we had general universals in the management field, and it was just simply that. But unfortunately, the way you make things and the way you innovate in each of the product categories are very different. Indeed, the difference is so extreme that it requires differing management practices to be most effective. Besides, we in the 21st century are embracing the differences or the specifics and how they change the way we move science and management forward. We do so not looking at universals, but understand the unique characteristics of every setting. Let's get a drink and talk with some students about this.
Will Ms. Urbane and Mr. Cooper be there?
Too bad. No Miss Urbane, but Corey is here and a new student, Albert, who shows some promise. Let's ask him if he can tell us about the relative differences between the settings. How about it, Albert? Can you tell us and show us the elementary differences that necessitate managerial change in different product categories?
Yeah, Professor, I can, but the basic differences lie in the differing nature of the products. They all differ in their product and process innovation sequence.
Albert, can you show us? Oh, here comes my daughter Tina. She was captivated by your explanation of relativity the other day, and I'm sure she wants to see and hear you once again talk about these specific differences.
Wow, it is Albert.
Professor, the first product versus process innovation sequence was discovered by reviewing the way fabrication and assembly products were made. Here product innovation occurs first. This is followed by process innovation. The managerial thoughts concerning continuous improvement, total quality management and Six Sigma among others work extremely well here. On the other hand, product and process innovation occurs simultaneously in materials manufacturing. Any change in a materials manufacturing process changes the product. This can cause problems with concepts like continuous improvement and process improvement. This has caused some large semiconductor and chemical manufacturers to scrutinize process change.
That is perfect, Albert.
Finally, the service innovation model is completely out of phase with fabrication and assembly-based production. Here infrastructure or process comes first, followed by the product. This might explain why so many processes that work well in the physical product world fail horribly in the service sector and why manufacturing firms often fail providing services.
That is awesome, Albert.
That was great, Albert, and my daughter Tina really loved your explanation. You might think about going into both science and innovation in the future.
Thanks, Professor, but I leave the understanding of innovation to those who perform research on it like you. I have trouble with the details of innovation.
Albert, like you once told me in your math class, you have more difficult problems with math than any of your students. Here, I can assure you that I have more difficult problems with innovation than any of my students. And like my daughter said, your explanation of the differences between product and process innovation and how it affects management was absolutely perfect.
Professor, that student seems right. Thank you, Albert, for the discussion.